Eden, what is up? Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mary Lou is washing her hands. She'll be right back. She went to go wash her hands right when I said I'm going to press the live button. Good to see you here, Eden. Long time no see. Hope all is well with you. You know what I mean? All is well with you. Now Lou is coming back from the hand washing. Let me add her to the conversation, and then I'll talk to Eden by myself. Why? Why did you not have my correct camera? What is going on? There you go. Yay. All right. There you
Peekaboo.
go. It's Miss Luniverse. I like all of the
Hey,
goofy
Drake.
stuff you were doing to your stream and like, well, not your stream, your studio and playing around with it. It's super cool. The Gobo thing was fun yesterday. Is that the small
Yeah,
rig light?
I missed doing that. Yeah, I miss doing that kind of
Was that the
stuff.
small rig light or you bought something else Prime Day
Small
special?
rig. It's a small rig one. This
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, Luis got that too. It's super
It's
cool.
placement I think is going to be the most challenging thing uh for me, right? Because like the further away you get, the lighter it is.
Yeah.
The closer you get, the better it is, but then the smaller the size.
Well, you kind of want it to be a
So,
little bit subtle, right?
right.
But then because of the amount of space between you and it to like hide it behind you is weird. So you're gonna have to like shoot it from the desk right next to you, but back to the calendars, which
Yeah.
might be a
And
little
and then it
challenging.
like kind of distorts the shape. There's really like I just wanted the heart shape behind my head. That's the whole purpose of all of this was I wanted the heart shape behind my head
Oh,
and it like distorts it. But I mean it's
and
fun. Like I still like am enjoying
well, Kevin
trying to
actually had a
figure out
good
what we're gonna
idea.
do.
Kevin had a good idea then. If we
Yeah.
were to 3D print one and purposely print it distorted,
Yeah.
then it would come out straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, then
That would
also
be
the
the
reason
ticket.
why it's distorting is you're not getting a straight angle, which is super hard, right? Same as a
Hmm.
camera, right? When you hold the camera flat,
Yeah.
right, you get the distortions when you do this, and most people don't realize that you're either tilted or you're this, and so you can always tell iPhone pictures above anything because they're always slightly crooked. Even with the level meters and stuff, it's really hard to get it straight. And I always laugh at the weird perspectives that be coming out of people's spaces, computers, whatever. All right,
Whatever they
let's
are.
record something. I'm feeling excited. It's been a hot minute. I
Yeah.
totally
What's on
forgot
your
to bring
heart?
my
Anything?
water, so I'm trying to podcast with no water, which is real stupid.
Oh, go get some water. I'll
No,
talk to the
I'm in the
people.
basement. Like it would require me walking
Oh,
to the
right. You
corner
don't.
store, and then
I see.
going to the Korean market, and then that's never fast because at this time of day all the hominids are in there buying stuff. You're like, oh, do you know Eden? Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, we know Eden. We know Eden.
we, we,
Eden's been killing it in getting her video creation going because
mhm.
remember NAB, not this last one, but the classic
Yeah,
NAB classic
NAB
where
classic.
it was our posse,
Yeah,
right? And like which is not the same for you, but it was for us, right?
yeah.
Our original NAB and Eden wasn't too much doing her content yet, and now she's killing it.
You
She's doing
see,
her K-pop edits and building a community and all of that. It's like
I keep
killer.
seeing her show up doing her Camolicious vibrations, which is also super cool. She's showing up a lot more doing the work thing. Super dope.
Yes.
Super dope. All right, let me get the Notion ready.
Yeah, what
Oh.
are you wanting to talk about? Anything in particular?
Uh, no, it's up to you. You had some good. You've been cranking out some really good. I was gonna say environmental shorts. That is not what I meant. uh, yeah. Oh my God. It's like K-pop edits are my proudest work. Okay, E Boogie, I see you. I see you out here, fam, doing your thing out in these here
Is it
streets.
too blown out? Like I have the extra little light here, right? That's off. And then this is on.
It's
And it's
subtle.
like on one of my monitors, it's good, but on the Elgato, it's like my face is so white next to your face, which is so chocolate.
Because I'm chocolate.
Yes. But it's like
You're
usually we're not
half
like it's
white.
not so distant. But
Oh my God.
if I don't need this on, then I won't turn this on.
All right. Well, I mean, I personally thinks it looks fine, but talk to Eden. She is the
Yeah.
Eden at not ask Mary Lou. Tell Mary Lou what the answer to the question is. Yeah. Why does my brother come up in here wreaking havoc? Oh no, he just said hello. That's all.
Oh yeah, it looks okay on the feed. Also, I feel so out of practice because I haven't really been at the computer for a minute, and I
Mm.
think I'm catching some kind of cold from being out in the world. So bear with me as I am a little delayed, I think,
No.
mentally.
Oh,
There's like
mentally.
latency, but it's
I
not in the
thought you meant
stream.
like audio sync. I was like, no, you're fine.
No, I mean in my head to outside.
Head to outside. Hey, I can accept that. Head to outside is mentally delayed.
You know what I'm saying.
Oh
You got
man,
you picked
thank
up what
you.
I'm saying. But
Yes, fully understood.
something that came up for me that I was thinking we should talk about is why you, which is something that come up for me and thinking about it based off of a comment somebody left me. So here we'll brainstorm this. Okay, so I got a comment. I talked about it on the stream, but I think maybe you had already taken off at this point. About somebody asked very plainly, "How did you get 14K subscribers?" And I read it as, "How did you get 14K subscriber?" As opposed to, "How did you get 14K subscribers?" Right? She put no emphasis on anything. It was just, "How did you get 14K subscribers?" But that like led me down, like as I was like kind of thinking about what kind of just happened was the why you of it, right? Because there's like I can absolutely talk about why how I got to that many subscribers, right? There's like definitely a couple key points, right, in the journey, but the feeling of the why you, but like for yourself.
Yeah,
So what do you
I
think?
actually
What do you
like
think?
this because this oftentimes happen in general and just general text messaging or Slack conversations where you'll posit a question a certain way and people get defensive. And it happens to me all the time because I'm a straight shooter, plain speaker. And then people just assume, and this is kind of jacked up. I've had people assume just because I'm a man, I must be trying to mansplain. And I'm like,
Yeah, or you could just be explaining.
thank you, right? Or because I'm a, this happened to me last week, bro. Actually, now I think about it. Because I am, technically skilled, oh, I must be judging you or attempting to put you down or something of that nature. And I was like, nah, man, it was legit just a question. You soft ass, sorry. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like, no, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to, damn it, Eden. So, yeah, like it happens all the time. And I even, it was funny. It was, it even came up just talking to Paul, and Paul's not here to defend himself right now. But I was like, you just went way left. That had nothing to do with what I was saying. I was basically saying a particular situation, and then y'all put it on me like, I'm the arbiter of tech, and I'm like, no. And well, I'll tell you what it was. I'll be because it make more sense because you'll understand. I get
Uh-huh.
constantly blamed in the ECAM community for having some elaborate setup and some extra thing. That's the reason why my stuff looks like it does and nobody else looks like it doesn't. I'm like, I use a single camera. I do have an overhead shot, but I rarely use it. I don't do any weird transitions. I don't do any, I'm not doing the Brandon on my show, right? I have a camera, two lights, and teleprompter. And it was like, well, you have a technical setup, right? So you must be able to do XYZ because you have a technical setup. I was like, if you look at my show, I don't do any of the crazy stuff that y'all be. I don't use preview mode. I don't do anything. I literally just put this on, you and I talk, and if it's just me, it's me in the browser. That's about it. That's my entire show. But the perception of it being some overly produced, high quality show comes from the ability to speak and present confidently on the thing. Like I know what I'm talking about, or I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm proud to lean into that, right? Your uncomfortability, your reason why you think that mine is different from yours is a you problem. It ain't a me problem. And stop blaming me for having a technical setup. Because nobody notices. I haven't used the lights in the back for a month and a half, almost 2 months. They've been off. And I'm about to strip the entire back because I'm tired of people saying, well, the reason why you do X is because you have some elaborate setup or you're like, yours is extra tech expert or whatever. And it's like, nah, fam, I am smart enough not to try to carry 40 pounds of wood in a Yugo. Your lack of confidence is making you trying to make an ESPN show. So you're putting all of this crap in your show thinking that that's going to make it look better. But because you don't know how to do it, it actually makes you look more stupid. And the person who leveled that comment on me was Paul. I'm like, Paul, you have 4 stream decks and 5 monitors. Your setup is way more technical than mine. Yeah, bitch. That's basically what went down. And it was my support staff because they hear it from everybody in the support. And I'm like, y'all should realize that I don't do all the stuff that people think I'm doing. And you should tell them, no, Doc uses a single Sony camera and 2 lights. That is his primary setup for most of what you see. My background has nothing to do with my ability to use Ecamm. My background is
That's
basically
just set deck.
storage of Doc Pops and a couple of like Star Wars figurines. It has nothing to do with anything. But people are looking for an excuse as to why they can't do. So it's easier to just blame somebody else. I'm quite frankly, I'm sick of being blamed for it. So I finally clapped back and I was like, say that shit again. That was it. So yeah, this is a great conversation.
It is interesting. In I would be in Zoom calls with like potential clients or just other people who are in creative industry, but maybe they're not on camera. So it's like ad agency stuff or things like that, and they're like, "Wow, your stuff is so fancy." And I was like, "It really isn't that complicated. I just plugged in a different camera."
Stop
Then
snitching, you little shit.
oh, what happened?
Look
What
at
did he
Jude's
say?
comment. I hate my brother.
That's something that being a mess in the background, I think is something I wanted to start showing because it's like people see this, right? And
Yeah,
like we
we
know how
call
to
it cone
make
of
a clean
cleanliness,
shot.
right? When you're doing your
Yeah.
setup, it's clone of cleanliness, and this is why people are like going out of their way to build fake backgrounds. And I'm like, you don't have to. Nobody can see all of that. Like the fake background looks
Yeah.
more jacked up. Just be normal and just make what is above your shoulders look OG. You don't have to do whatever. Like yeah. My office is small,
Okay.
so when I get
So
a
what?
bunch of shipments in, things are all over the floor. You just don't see the floor.
Yeah. You don't see the floor. You don't see over there. I did like a big wide shot in one of my group calls, and then like somebody was like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so much better." I was like, "Okay, everybody in here, raise your hands if there's like mess all over your floor." And it was like, "Is this the life?"
Yeah, so we should definitely talk about. Let's put this in bullet point because I think this is a good conversation. I do like,
Okay.
you know.
So, because it could be a couple different directions. So,
Yeah.
what did you latch onto?
I like that the first idea of like when you're reading a comment, make sure you read it and move the commas around because
Hmm.
you can easily catch that wrong. Like how did you get 14,000 subscribers to how did you get 14,000 subscribers, right? And those
Yeah.
people who have Resident Eden face, they could say something totally normal and then you think that they were like being judgy or picky or whatever, right? Because just the look they have on your face, you know what I mean? Oh, you know who would be good at
Hmm.
this? uh, don't tell her I said this. Des could be saying something super normal, but she just got a look about her that got you scared. She might be
Well,
trying to.
that's probably real, honestly,
Oh,
because
okay.
I know that if you get a face from us, it's probably real. That's not resting. That's active.
That is active.
We don't do resting. We do active bitch
This is
face.
active. Yo, ABF. That's the new joint. This is active bitch face.
I remember like there was like times in my life where somebody was like, "Wow, you're being really passive aggressive." I was like, "I think I'm being actively
Actively
aggressive."
aggressive. Yeah, 100%. That's me.
Like, don't get it twisted. I mean this.
Yes, that is me 100%. There's no passive aggressive. If you're getting aggression, it's real. It is real
It's like that's
AF.
not on accident. I was like, I'm sorry, I wasn't clear enough that you thought
It was
it
passive.
was real.
Yeah, I like this.
Let me clarify.
Yeah. Well, and you definitely see it. Okay, so I got a comment today, and I was like, I, a lesser me. If I wasn't me, this is gonna sound really jacked up, people, and I can only say this the way I can say it. I don't know any better way to say it. But if I wasn't me, I could take this completely wrong, and this comment could shut you down. Okay, I'm gonna go to the browser. So this dude right here had the audacity to come up into my thing, and he said, I would have subscribed except for the fact that I don't understand non-standard English. So sad. And I'm like, first of
What?
all, monkey,
What?
I speak perfectly fine English. As a matter of fact, once I see your avatar, Yakubian, what you're trying to say is when I slip in my little hip hop vibes or my ebonics, it turns your white ass off. Capital fuck you, you prick. But you know what? I don't care. That I'm not for you, dude. Go away. That was the most cis white bullshit comment possible. But fuck that dude. That's all I gotta say. And I bet you wouldn't say that shit to my face. So I'm not even thinking about it. It just went inside one endo. You know what I'm saying? It went inside one
Mm-hmm.
window, whatever. I don't know. That's just like a hyper white ass comment. And I will stand on business. And if he meant it differently, then he should have said it differently. Because that came out as racist as fuck. But again, I know what I look like at, well, I can't say 6 foot 250 no more. I'm a little svelte than that, but I still look like I
Little
would,
baby, you little
you know what I'm saying?
skinny baby.
I still look like I would break your motherfucking face. So sorry for the hate comment. I bet you wouldn't say that shit to my map though. That's what's funny. That's what's funny. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
Oh,
cool. I'm gonna keep on throwing in my Kendricks and my little slangs and my Mbiggins or whatever. And if you don't like it, step off, pimp,
that's
step
okay.
off. I could cuss you out in about 4 or 5 languages if you don't speak non-standard English. Pick one, yeah, bitch.
So I have like one video that I did reviewing or just showcasing that you could plug in two wireless mics to one phone. And I was whispering. It was like it's the one and only like that I'd done that way because I thought it was funny at the moment. I just wanted to showcase you go do it this microphone or this microphone. And it has like the most divisive comments of every video. Like some people are like, why don't you have more like this? And then other people are like, talk normal.
Yeah.
And I will say the mean ones are usually from a profile that is about worship or God or Jesus or
Say that part
something.
again.
It's very
It's
interesting.
interesting.
It's very
The biggest hate
interesting.
comments I ever get come from the quote unquote
I was like, do
Christian
you guys not
channels.
know we see your name?
Yeah, like and well, also that my internet foo is really good because I've been at this for a minute, so I can find the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rich, good to
Well,
see
and
you,
it's like you
Poppy.
didn't sign into your troll account.
Yeah, sometimes I be thinking I should make one, but I ain't got time for that. I got better things to do than
No,
mess with
let them
that dude.
know.
Mess with that dude.
The thing is, like, we're not saying things that we wouldn't say for real, for real.
Yeah. Well, I thought about making a YouTube short, but I just like, nah, I'm gonna leave this one alone. I'm gonna let that dude sit in his thing and think he won. I'm cool with
Yeah.
it. I'm cool with it. It's just funny.
Well, and
Like,
he probably is like so many in a day already, and
yeah,
he
that's
won't remember.
that's
He's just like blasting these things out there. Hate, 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 hate.
yeah. But I like that. I like what Rich said. Right, you got 15 videos on your channels and 2 subs, so enjoy that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's when I do like to do sometimes the green screen of when people tell me I talk too much and they have no videos.
Hey, you ever
And I
been
was
to
like,
school where you like,
clearly,
I'm gonna send
you
my
know
little
better than
brother to
me.
beat you up? June said, "What's his name again?" I want to troll him.
I mean, that's really all we need to do is like, friends,
Yeah.
here's the name.
I
Do what
think
you do.
that would be fun, dude. Go create an anti-bullying posse with a whole bunch of people that you just send comments, and then we all go comment on their shit, Just like
Like
give it
in
right
the
back.
nicest way. Like,
Yeah.
you got
Oh,
this.
you
You
go,
please keep
girl.
going.
Oh my God. You would look really good with long curly eyelashes. I really like the way you've done it. Just like hit them with the stuff that you know they couldn't stand. Hit them with a bunch of like, like super femboy comments.
Oh my
It's like,
gosh.
damn, Mary, you look tasty. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate you, boss. All right, let me bring up the notion to stop clowning. Uh, I did get one last week
Trolling done the right.
that wasn't intended to be mean. It was kind of mean, but I know that the person didn't mean it to be mean. But like, because we've been doing this since we started this, and I hadn't really changed the thumbnail
Hmm. I know what you're
because
talking
my
about.
goal
Yeah.
is just recorded live. I'm not really thinking about getting cute with it. And anyway, because I never changed the thumbnails, it's like, well, I thought you guys were gonna teach me how to do this, and you didn't teach me anything. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, the fact that you can watch an hour or some video and don't learn anything, that's a whole different problem. However, we did record all of what you're asking for. You just got to back up to the beginning because you walked into the middle of the conversation going, what y'all talking about? And so I didn't think anything of it.
Mm.
I go, you're correct, whatever, my bad, I apologize. But here's how you go back to the intro because we covered every single step, point. And my bad. But I still ain't changed the thumbnail because
Yeah,
it's
no,
my
because that's
thumbnail.
like
It's
the
my
kind of
thumbnail. I
ongoing
can do what I want. It's
on
my
the ongoing
thumbnail. I can
situation.
do what I want to. Do what I want to. But I probably should change the thumbnail.
Yeah, we could just like make it like creators Unstuck live recording because it is
Yeah.
further in the conversation,
Yeah,
right?
100%. Yeah. So I will change the thumbnail, but I just thought it was again it didn't make me mad or anything. I was like, you're correct. But in the same token, we talked
Yes.
about a lot of stuff. I mean, there was definitely some things in there you could probably learn. Considering you telling me that you're coming from the beginning, you still could have grokked something. Actually, I got to come up with a
Yeah.
better terminology than learn something. Now that old boy stole that name as a brand name for his stupid bot, and then he turned it into a Nazi bot.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? I missed something.
So when you say that somebody grokked something, it means understand.
Mm.
But eBiscuit turned his bot into a Nazi bot and
Mm.
calling it like Mecha Hitler or whatever. So when you use the term grok, I don't want people to think you're talking about the AI that he stole that name. But the
Oh
name
my
was meant to
gosh.
mean when you say you grokked it, it means I understand. That's what it means.
Mm.
It's sometimes easier to be better than bitter. 100%, bro. Thank you, Michael. That is 100% true. That is 100% true. And this is why, to Mary Lou's point, like you got to read the comment more than once. You got to like read it and oh my God, I have an idea. I'm going to save it for the show. I have an idea on what to do when you get one of these comments and you're unsure. I got an idea.
All right, cool.
We're going to save it for the show.
Pop them open. I got stuff in
Okay,
all the
so
tabs.
so freaking Kevin is late to class. Kevin, you will clean erasers, Mr. Cox. Anybody had to actually clean erasers? Where's my OG people? Let me know if you had to clean erasers in school before or clean the blackboards. That was like the punishment when you did something stupid. You got to stay in for recess and clean the erasers. Uh, when comments go sideways. I like this one.
That was funny.
Did it just shade me?
Did they shade me?
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, that one makes me chuckle.
Oh, this is another good one. Number 3. The comment was neutral, but my brain made it mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could. Those are all good
All of these are
options.
really good. Dang, I hate it when they give us a plethora of choice. Kevin said, "Nah, you just old." That was not. I can't read that any differently, Kevin. That was just mean. Oh, these are. I hate when they give you a plethora of options. These are all good. Comment section anxiety is real. You know what? It's 9.
9.
It's 9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep,
I
it's
agree.
9. Let's rock. Let's rock. It is 9. Why you had to put your bubble over there? I think you led that decision by leaving your bubble next to it.
Oh, maybe that's because it's
No, you just had your
what I
mouse
was reading
there.
also.
You had your mouse there.
Read
So,
the- All right, cool. All right, let's get maybe move this one up top. Blink.
yes, I
Next.
have had this happen before, Bowles, and it's super funny. And normally, what happens is Paul will come up and be like, Paul Duncan would be like, "Hey, you left the stream going. I'll turn it off." I was like, "Okay, definitely," because it depends. Like when the stream is over, you hit the button, you think it stopped, but you run it out because you got to pee. I've had 8 hour streams.
Okay, bye.
And I had to take them down because I didn't feel like clipping it. But yes, that has absolutely happened before. So, just you can do a. Here's a cool idea that you can do in order to help you in this situation. Bose is you can set up a Stream Deck icon, not icon, a Stream Deck button, so that after you end with your mouse, even you press another button that's like double ended, like make sure you end recording again, and the Command Shift E is the end situation in Ecamm. If you're using Ecamm, if you're using something else, go find out what that is and set up another hot button so you can double press it and just make sure that it stopped. But yeah, I've totally done that. Oh, he said, I'm sorry, Rich, because Rich gave me the grief last time. It's totally my fault because I'm the one that taught it this way. Always read the comments, and I read it in my head without saying it again. I've been coming really bad at this lately. But he says, when you stop and finish your live stream, have you had YouTube keep going? My 1 hour turned into 4 hours on the weekend. But yes, I have totally, absolutely 110% done this before. It's like a whole stream of my chair, just like chilling in the office by
Well,
itself.
it's a good thing it was just that, right?
Well, what's funny was when I had it before, I had the TV back there, so it was the chair and the fireplace. So it wasn't completely horrible, but it's really terrible, terrible, terrible. All right. Have you read the comments and instantly felt attacked, or just realized? Actually, I did. I did feel attacked, and it was from you, and it wasn't even a comment, Mary Lou. It was from a short that you did. Let me see if I
Which
can.
one are we looking at?
Wait, I'm gonna pull it up because without even watching the short, I was gonna be Lou. Why you getting on my case? It was super funny. Hold on, I gotta go to YouTube.
And then
Sorry.
it was for you specifically.
Yeah, I was like, damn her, I hate her. Why she gotta be like that? It
All
was
of in
super
your
funny. It
mind.
was like 2 or 3 days ago. No, Eden. Eden said it was the batching video one. No, it wasn't Eden. Go away.
Okay, while I'm at the front of the machine,
Paul,
let's
Paul,
just
you're
quickly
talking.
look
Paul, you're talking.
at this stuff.
Mute. Paul, you're
How
talking. Mute yourself.
We hear you. We hear you, Paul.
Mute that thing.
There we go. There we go.
No, not look at the danglings. These are not in order.
Well, yeah, they're so
I
old.
have to
It's
do
like bringing you the
filter.
really old ones.
Newest. Let's say this month. This ain't the shorts, gangster. Uh,
Why don't you just go to the shorts page?
I think this is it. Send this to your friend. Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was the one. Oh, there it is. There it is. The angry, good. That means something matters. That was the one. And I was like, why she gotta be like that? Why she calling me angry? That was the one.
Oh, it hurt your feelings.
But
It
then I
hurt your
got it. Once
feelings.
we get to the middle and you switched up what you were saying, I was like, oh, she got me. But yeah, it was super, super funny. I was like, this freaking Mary Lou out there calling me out on the stream. Uh, No, Rich, it's
Yeah, it
actually
was like
good
this,
practice. So Rich put down the thing about the comment was a selfish request. Sometimes I'm driving and watching, and I don't know what you're answering. But no, it is a good practice, and I'm glad that you reminded me because you can get lazy about it, and I will take full ownership. You should always read out the comments because, especially in this particular environment, yes, a lot of people are watching on TV. YouTube statistics have told us that, and if they're on the TV and they're in the kitchen making a sandwich, taking the whiz, vacuuming or whatever, you saying it is better than just putting it up there. So yes, 100%. I agree. I take it back. And yes, Larry, we are using Notion. Thank you, Mary Lou, for catching that. Larry wanted to know what are we using for show notes, and we are using Notion. And one of the reasons why we use Notion, you could use Google Docs, so don't feel that you need to be fancy. The one thing that's really cool about Notion for us is that you guys can see which one of us is making changes to the documents because it's either my mouse or Mary Lou's bubble head popping around on the screen. And one of the other reasons why I liked it is I can see her typing things out live because I'm a terrible typerist. So watching her do that, yeah, there you go. There you go. That is it. Rich says, I didn't remind you. It was in the Ecamm email. The Ecamm email, the point came from yours truly because I always tell people they should read out the comments, but then I forget myself. Let's see. We're going to do quote of the day. Have you ever totally misread a comment and taken it wrong? I think that's his purpose. Oh, but I think this is a bullet point, though, number 2. With a comment that gets stuck in your head for better or worse, and you're like walking around with it for a little bit longer than you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, let's put that as bullet 2 because we can ask the question right before.
Yes. And I think
question can be
number
the
4 is also important that we cover. Do you read your comments with curiosity or with the shield up?
Mm-hmm.
And going back to what Michael said about, now I'm going to go back to can't search Michael because it's under his business name. You got to be better.
Business ready? Business growth
Yeah,
ready.
you got to be better than bitter. Better to be better than, oh my God, my brain is not working. Sometimes it's just easier to be better than bitter. There you go. Thank you. I swear I can speak English. Yeah, that's super good. This is good stuff, people. This is good stuff. I like it a lot. Oh, don't open. Okay, I won't open it.
There's nothing in there yet. So
I know.
it's empty.
I am really liking. I think the hook is that comment being shading, or are we just reading it with a tone? I think that's a good hook because it leaves a good level of something that everybody's felt before. They've definitely felt attacked, in the comments for sure. That's good, Eden. Take the blinders and only read the positive ones. You have to, this is good, actually. I think in this particular case, Eden says, I got mostly hate comments when I started my basketball podcast. I had to deprogram myself not to read every comment on defense. This is mostly any female talking about sports. You just always got bitch ass dudes that's going to come in with something to say. I would almost call them out. I would almost turn that into Jim Rome style, just go right back at them. Yeah, Bo said we need an AI moderator for that. I do. His name is Paul Duncan. He's my AI moderator. Yes, it was always misogynistic and rude comments. I think you can go full Brooklyn on those and just be like, oh, look at this little dick comment that just came in. And then you just read it out loud. I would just put them on blast. And because the people that love and support you will back you 100%. I would totally find a way to just push them right back in their corner. Because they're bullying because they're expecting you not to clap back. So I would clap back hard. I think it's expected in sports too. They're trying to see if you can stand your ground. Not just your knowledge. A lot of times they're doing it both for that, but they're also trying to see if you can stand your ground. And normally the people that can stand their grounds, it goes away faster. And then your boys who are down respect you more because you're able to take it and just throw it right back at them. You know what I mean? So It's kind of weird. Sports is definitely a different world because people can be absolute turds. Turds. Yes, she said Mina Kimes is incredible at that. Yes, she is. She's very good at that. There's a lot of a-holes online, literally full of shit. Yeah, including me. I'll accept that remark. Mary Lou, why are you making juju face?
I'm just something I'm supposed to be copy and pasting is not copying and pasting, and it's that the brain to outside
Oh, the
delay.
delay, the cloud
Yeah,
fog.
that's what it was. It's the delay of like, what, what's happening?
It's funny. Like, ah, here, Paul said, on occasion, I'm very jealous of having a small channel. The bigger you get, the more hate you get. I have no idea what's going on in the world today and why people are like that. Honestly, Paul, I think people are just looking for a response. And imagine being so lonely that the only way you feel like you can get a response is to say something heinous because at least people will respond to you. It lets you know that you're alive. There's also levels of the I don't want to call it depression specifically, but there's levels of mental issues that you have to be cantankerous because it's the danger factor. I don't know how to explain that. That didn't come out right. Let me explain it again. A certain form of self harm is to put yourself in dangerous situations. So before there was an internet, what people would do is go out in public and just say dumb stuff, knowing that they would get in a fight, not to win the fight, but just to get beat up because that was a form of self harm. You know, it's like I'm not ready to go all the way out, but I need to feel the pain. And an example of that, where it's manifested or something that we're all very familiar, is Tyler Durden, right? In Fight Club. That's what Ed Norton was doing, right? He was basically, you know, self harming by pretending that he was in Fight Club. And so that's a thing. So it could be, I mean, I'm not a pro, but it could be a modern day manifestation of something like that. I also think Kevin is correct here. I think so many people who are not creators don't realize there's a person behind a channel or social media page like a real human being. I say the same thing, Kevin, just about companies in general. Um, we'll talk about this during the show, but yesterday I had to tell somebody, I had to correct somebody standing in the boarding lobby at the airport because our flight was 2 hours delayed. And I fully get this person's frustration because their other flight on the way coming in was delayed. And then, they rushed over to this one. They thought they were going to miss it because all the boards weren't being updated. And then our flight got delayed anyway. And I was like, you realize that yesterday there was a big, like storms and problems and stuff that happened in New York. And over 300 flights got canceled. And the way the air works is it's a giant network. And you wouldn't assume so, but that flight from New York to San Francisco gets canceled. It doesn't just jack up that one flight. It jacks up several hundred flights because of the way everything's planned out. But there was over 60 flights canceled coming out of Newark, and that just derailed everything. So even at a busy airport like O'Hare, there was over 1,000 people that got stuck overnight at the airport. That's a lot of kinfolks, especially when you're dealing with the small planes, right? The embarcaderos or the puddle jumpers, as we call them. And so, people kept coming up and sort of attacking the board, the gate agents. And it was a problem. When you walk up to a gate desk and there's 4 people standing at the desk, there's a problem. There's normally 2, sometimes just 1. If there's 4 people standing at the desk and another person standing at the gate, there's definitely a problem, right? So the lady comes up and she was mad. She goes, I thought we were supposed to board. We're not boarding yet. Standing right next to her, there are 2 pilots outside the plane. On the other side of the 2 pilots was 9 flight attendants. And she asked them about 5 times, like, when we're going to board. And I just said, ma'am, listen, those people at the counter, they're not the only ones responsible for when we're boarding. And second of all, if the pilots are standing there and the flight attendants are standing there, we're not even close to boarding yet because they go in at least 10 minutes before we do. So if they walk into the plane and we still out here 30 minutes later, it's a valid question. Right now, you are just pissing off the gate agents and making it uncomfortable for everybody. There's major problems in the network right now because of weather issues, and they don't control the weather. None of them look like meteorologists. You need to just chillax because you're tuning up everybody in this area. Just back up, you know. And the lady at the gate was like, thank you. And I was like, yeah, because you can't say it because you get fired. I'm big. You know, just tell her to sit her ass down.
I'll be right back.
Oh, then I'm going to go pee too then. I'm joking. It's always crazy, man. It's always crazy. Yeah. Paul said, welcome to Saturday night at Wales. Yes. Worked at a nightclub for years, bro. June said the ripple effect. Yes. I think that's the thing I always believe, right? I always believe in, and I was talking to somebody about this at the conference we were just at because we watched it happen. When someone goes and like Starbucks or whatever, right? And they're super, super aggro to the person at the register, when I walk up behind them, I always say, hey, do you need to take a minute? Do you need to take a break? I got time. Like, do you want to take a beat? And they're like, oh, wait, why? I go, because that person was a total dick, and I can understand if you just want to go in the back room and scream real quick and then come back out. I got time for you. Like, I'll wait for you. And they say, no, it's okay. What's your order? Then I'll place my order, and I always crack jokes, and I always try to compliment them or, you know, say something that will help pull their brain back, right? So if you remember Caesar Milan, he used to do the tss to try to get the dog to snap off of whatever behavior they were going to. I always try to get their brain back to a positive section after somebody's like a total like twat waffle to them. Because if you give them a chance to fester, they will take it out on the next 10, 15, 20 customers, or it could just ruin their whole day, right? And so June is 100% right, that whole ripple effect. And when I catch somebody catching strays from a customer or something, I normally try to go back in and pull it back to normal as if I can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it fails miserably, but it's all, to me, I feel like it's worth a shot. I feel like it's worth a shot. Yo, Umi, what it do, beef stew? This is my buddy John. How are you doing, fam? Good to see you here. Gretchen is in the building. Hello, Gretchen. Gretchen says 17 seconds of smiling can change your brain chemistry. So can LSD and cocaine.
Oh. Let's set up the timer and do all 3.
Do all 3? Like,
Yeah.
I can't find my timer. Where'd my timer go? Oh, here it is. Yo, I'm gonna remember that, Gretchen. I'm gonna be like, guys, we're going to smile for 17 seconds. Wait, I can't do it. Why can't I do it? Get over here. 99.
Smile break.
Okay, and then 5. It only goes in 10, so I'm gonna do 20-second smiles. Okay, smile break. Can we talk when you're smiling, Gretchen? Let us know in the comments below.
That's very impressive.
Yeah. Do I have anything in my teeth? Do you see any lettuce?
I don't see anything.
Hair
You see anything
corns? I feel like a ventriloquist. All right. Woo. That was hard. Thank you, Gretchen. Thank you, Gretchen, for a moment of ding dong. Sorry,
That was fun.
Sorry,
That was
Kevin.
fun.
My cheeks hurt. Oh my God, my cheeks hurt right now. Wow, when you say that, being from the Bay Area, I think of the radio station. Anyway, wow, 107. All right, let's go. Let's get. Gretchen said, "Yes, you can talk." Oh, my cheeks hurt now. All right, you ready? Do you need to add anything
Okie
else?
dokie, okie dokie. I think it's a good. I think it's a
All right,
good.
let's go.
Okay. If you lose me, just remember she's got a delay. But I went and took a Tylenol, so I think that'll help.
It was a ventriloquist. The best I have over here is liquid skin, so we can take a hit of that real quick. Ow, it's stuck. It actually smells like acetone. But this is the best thing if you ever get a cut and you don't like band-aids because they just don't. They're just pain in the butt. You just put this over your cut. It's kind of like super glue, and then it makes it so nothing gets in. Smells like Tester's paint, if you guys remember that. People who did models. All right, let's breathe it out. Mary Lou is like, that dude has lost his mind. Yes, I have. I am on no sleep.
No, I'm so amused.
I am
I'm
on
so
no
pleased
sleep.
right now. This is great.
No sleep. Tell. Brooklyn.
I feel like I'm like a little kid and like anything. I'm like, wow, that's cool. Whoa.
Why you say you welcome, Paul? Thank you. Oh, Paul said trust you to start something, Gretchen. All right, let me put this on Do Not Disturbs. Everybody leave us alone. Mary Lou and I are fixing to record a podcast. Whew. Counting it down. Oh, I gotta reset.
Fitna. You guys understand that? Fitna.
Fitna.
We use whole translation.
Oh, this is non-standard English. Oh God, unsubscribe. I just said I was gonna forget about that comment. Damn it. I'm stopping the recording, starting the new recording, counting it down in 5, 4.
Once you start putting yourself out on the internet, you will absolutely start to get some comments. But sometimes you might get some shady comments. But the question is, was that commenter actually being shady, or did you just read it with a tone? Let's talk about it.
On this edition of Creators Unstuck, we're talking about like how to get the comments out your face. Get that comment on my face. I love this when you posited this question today, because I feel like I had recently got a comment that I had to look at a couple of times. And only because I know the person who made the comment, I didn't take it sideways. I took it as a positive criticism and a constructive criticism. And the reality is the person is 100% right about what they said. But it is up to me to decide what I want to do with that. Right? And basically, I could either correct the problem or be like, in a curmudgeon sense, that's just how I do it. And either you with me or against me, right? Whatever. So I love this. Because this happens even just general text messages. You can text message, especially in group chat format, right? You could text message something to a group and everybody in the group gets it. And the one person thinks you was throwing shade or saying something. And then they go to the next person and be like, ooh, why they got a problem with me? And it's like, they don't. Oh, no, they always like that. They always got something. Because I'm normally on the side of listening to other people say that about somebody. I was like, no, that's not how they meant it. That's not the person. That's just, you just reading it that way because you want there to be a problem. I don't know how to explain that, but I think I know what I meant.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And with comments, the thing that I always tell people the first time they get a bad comment, right? It's like this always comes up like with our new creators, right? And they're like, someone left a comment and it was mean. And I always say, baby, you're nobody on the internet till somebody hates you.
That's like Biggie. You're nobody till somebody kills you.
Oh, is that a real song?
That's a
I didn't
Biggie
know that
song. Yeah. Which is odd, of
I'm
course,
not familiar with that
considering
one.
what happened to Biggie, right? But
Yeah.
that is a Biggie
Wow.
song.
Wow. Yeah. And I think like what's one of the first like mean comments that you got that hit you as mean?
I don't know, but my brother just put in the comments the amount of times I had to defend Doc at our shop back in the day because I was very, you know me. I'm gonna just tell you to the point, like, yo, this ain't for you. This is not intended for you, and they get like feisty because they think that they want something. I'm like, this is not meant for you. Like, and it's okay. Everything is not for you. It's absolutely okay. Um, yeah, I get so many hate comments. It's not even funny. And I say this all the time, and I think it irritates my people when they say this to me, but like it's come up many times at a conference. And someone will say, well, how do you deal with hate comments? And I say, I was born a black man in America in the 60s. I've been getting hate comments since I understood English. It's an everyday thing to me. It's not a YouTube thing. You might get them in comments on videos. I get them every day in real life, just walking around these here streets. I get the people that clutch the purse and switch sideways on the sidewalk, like walk to the other side of the street. I get the people who change their position in lines or, like in the shopping cart, come back to their cart and grab their bag out of the cart. Like I get those micro joints on a daily basis. And I just laugh. I'm like, you stupid. You over here in the freaking Piggly Wiggly, grabbing your purse and clutching it. I could buy everything in your cart and 14 bottles of whiskey and leave you a tip. You over here thinking I'm coming to steal some shit from you. Then I go back out, you get into your bucket, and I slide into a Beamer. But it's just that's the world we live in. So to me, it's no different in reality. And it's not a superpower. Trust me, I'd much rather not get the ones I get. But I mean, it's a daily basis, right? I look at people like Paul and Aubrey and my other Rainbow Coalition friends. They get side eyes on a regular basis. What they gonna do with a hate comment? They get side eyed all day, every day. And as a child of parents of mixed nationalities, you know what that looks like. You've seen the other people look at them like, well, where did he got her from the magazine? you know, it's just a thing.
Yeah. The one that would bother me the most was that where they're like, why can't they just speak English?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, they're not talking to you. Like,
Sigue.
do you need to know what everyone around you is saying? Like, I don't even want to hear you. Like
that. Ooh, you know what that is? They think that you're talking about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, because they're so egocentric. Mm-hmm. The first mean comment I got, I will always remember because I was so excited. Like, I definitely overreacted in the positive because I was very new and I was just happy that people were commenting. And somebody said, it was a video, it was a Sassy Survival Guide episode about going on a date. So I was with a dating expert and we did like a shot in the park where we're like on a blanket and he's like talking about like different dates you can do for Valentine's Day and things like that. And a comment was from a woman. She said, she's too ugly to be on a date with him. And I was like, oh, somebody said a hate comment. I was like, you guys. I was very excited about it. Now it's like much different than, but like I remember that first one because it meant somebody felt enough to leave a comment, right? Somebody felt enough to actually leave a comment. But I have since then definitely gotten comments that I know for a fact I just interpreted too quickly because I'm wanting to project something. I'm wanting someone to pick a fight, or I'm wanting somebody to tell me that I am not worth it, right? So this whole conversation came up because I got a comment that said, just curious, how did you get 14K subscribers? And oh, did I unplug my microphone? Did I? Hello?
Yeah, you're back. That was funny though. She went on a silent rant. I hope people can read lips.
Yeah, it did. Where did it leave off?
I got a hate comment, and I was like,
yes,
it was kind of, it was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was like I really was frozen. The comment of how did you get 14K subscribers is just a question, right? We're in this realm, like definitely in a category of people want to ask how to do better, how to grow, how to XYZ as a creator. So that's like a very fair, valid question, not uncommon. But I read it initially when I first woke up and I saw it. My brain read, how did you get 14K subscribers? As opposed to, how do you get 14K subscribers? Like it felt accusatory when there was nothing in it at all to indicate that is what she was trying to say. It's just a curious situation. And what I feel, the reason that I hurt my own feelings with this was because I was in a moment of thinking like, why should I even be doing this? Like nobody even wants to hear what I have to say. Why am I even here? And then this comment like intersects, crosses the sky at the same time, and then your brain starts to line it up to validate your insecurity. And that's all that it was. So I like stepped back. I was like, I'm going to look at this again later. I can't look at this right now because I know I'm interpreting this weird. And then I looked at it again later and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's just the question is just how did you get 14K subscribers? And there is clear milestones as to why that number is what it is right now. One, it was because I did a video where I pied myself in the face, and then that video ended up on an adult specialty website. And the second is that I had a library of tutorials that happened to pop when everybody needed to make videos because they were stuck at home.
That's funny because I remember distinctly, this was a few years back, was in the grocery store and was like in the produce aisle or whatever, brand new kicks. And I was sorting through, like tomatoes to try to get the right one. And I picked up one that looked fresh on the top, but it had like a crack on the back. And it sat there long enough for that crack to kind of get decayed a little bit. And when I pulled it out, it just splattered on my toe of my shoe, right? Beautiful kicks. And then the person was right behind me, was reaching to get something, but like they didn't crisscross me or whatever, but they were close enough to me that at the time that happened, I went, F off. And the person looked at me, was like, F you too. And I was like, oh, no, sorry, not you. The thing that splashed on my shoe. And we both just looked at each other and laughed. Imagine that in that situation, right? Somebody makes a comment and a weird connection, but let's reconnect this. And Paul will understand because Paul lives part-time in Portugal. A lot of times I'm reading comments that seem kind of weird and the language is correct but just misordered, and you go to take it backwards and then you click on a person's profile and realize, well, they're Brazilian. So they didn't mean what I thought they meant. They meant what they meant, but it came out sideways because they shuffled the verb or shuffled a noun or an adjective or something. And you just answer the comment. But if you feel like everyone's attacking you and then you read that comment, you could clap back on a potential viewer, potential subscriber, potential community member, not even realizing it just because of the way you heard that comment because you was in your mood. So you just said something very, very important. If you are having a dizzy, non-standard English, if you're having one of those days, just one of those days, Monica, don't read comments. Right? It's not good. But also, Katie and I just talked about this 2 days ago at this conference we were at. If you build an awesome file and you're having one of those days where things are just going a little bit sideways, that's when you sit down and you open your awesome file and remind yourself that you are dope, right? So if you're having a day, you go and read comments from Paul, how to repair. I go read comments from my boy Dago, because Dago always comes through with something nice. You go across the room and talk to Will. Will's going to bless you up. Will's going to be like, baby, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Why did I just make Will sound like a 1990s R&B song? But you know what I mean, right? And you're like, girl, Voice to men. You ever read those comments and they don't make you feel right? Come to see some danger. Never play that clip for Will. He's going to kill me. But put yourself around people that cur, like step away from the keyboard for a second because it can send you down a dark, rabbity type hole, right? Never read comments when your brain ain't in full strength. Like that's just asking for drama, asking for drama. And you have had conversations with your sisters or your moms. No, mom's Asian mom. She ain't never saying sorry. Never mind. You've had these conversations with your sisters or your friends or whatever, and they're in a bad mood, and you say something to them. It's like you did something different with your hair, and all they heard it was like you did something different with your hair, and I was like, that's not what I said. I think it's dope. You ask like way more body than normal. What do you mean than normal? What does it normally look like? It's like, oh, easy. Back up, back
Oh,
up.
whoa.
Like pump the brakes. Then you slip in the biatch into your voice real quick. So normally when I catch people in those things, I just keep stabbing because I'm a dick. But you know what it is. Like you definitely have caught people like that. And I mean, I've even had this interaction with our buddy Kat. Like she just heard something sideways, and I'm like, first of all, Kat, I'm always throwing darts, but never like to stab. They're just being a jerk, right? Like, but I'm just clowning, like it's nothing in it. But it caught her in a weird space or whatever, and she's like, oh, I forgot, that's just you, whatever. I mean, it's happened. It's happened with our dearest friends, so it can totally happen. It's just not. Don't take it personal.
Do you have a comment that's gotten stuck in your head?
Yeah, today.
Whether good or bad? Yeah,
Today.
like this one, right? Talk to us about this one.
The dude just said I would have subscribed to you, but like I don't understand. I only understand, or something about I don't understand non-standard English. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't understand non-standard English? Like, first of all, I know what he means. I know exactly what he means because, well, I can't say that. I can say what I feel he means. Is because I do my videos and being a longtime DJ and a lover of music and pop culture, I do slip in hip hop slangs in my videos. I do say street oriented things in my videos. And when something is successful, I say, damn, that's gangster. And if you don't understand what that means, good. I'm not for you. I might go. And this is something that Paul and I talk about all the time. Paul, How to Repair, who's in the chat today. Thank you, Paul, for being here. All the time. Your channel should be bigger or you should have more stuff, whatever. I was like, maybe I kind of don't because everybody that has some crazy stuff like that to say to me, it won't affect me. I got thick skin, but I'm not for them. I'm not here to anglicize my speak in order to make you feel better. I'm here to teach content in a manner with my style and my characteristics that people love. And I know that you can learn because Chef Prudhomme was Cajun AF and was a famous chef when he said all myriad sorts of things that, people in the country didn't understand. And for years, the networks tried to get him to stop saying country Cajun-y things. And he couldn't. That's built into him, right? We've had people tell people to like not use their accent. We had like, during the time when everybody was sort of anti-Cuban, you had Desi Arnaz literally get crap on TV because he wouldn't get rid of his, Jess and Lucy, I'm sick and telling you this, like it became comedic, but people would, try to get him to stop that and try to become more, hi, Lucy, I'm Desi. And it's like, he can't do that. Dude was Cuban. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for a Cuban beat. Sorry, it just got in my head right now, the Cuban Pete song. Now me chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom. I'm super sorry. Anyway, it's like, listen, dude, I'm not for you. Cool, gangster. You know how many people teach what I teach? I just did it just now. It's a reflex. You know what I mean? I'm standing on stage at a conference this week, and somebody said, well, how do you do this? And I got this. And I was like, man, come on, clap it up. That's straight gangster. Clap it up. And everybody just clapped. They knew what I was saying. You're being cheeky. Because context is context. Right? Matt from the community loves to tease me for constantly saying something is dope. I was like, there's no way in heck you let the 80s pass by you and you don't know what dope means in that context. There's no way you don't understand bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. There it is. There's no way. Impossible. Run DMC was the largest group in the planet. No way you don't know that bad meaning bad versus bad meaning good. You're just being a twat waffle. There you go.
Yes.
Mary Lou laughing at my rant just now. That's not helpful.
That was wonderful. Like I said, right? I'm just like, wow, that was great. Even now, I'm like, I don't know what to say to that.
Paul just said,
That
Doc, I
means
would have
bad, that
subscribed,
means
but I
good."
hate your taste in music because Paul is forever clowning about my my hip hop and my electro beats. Paul wants me to play like, Led Zeppelin in my songs. I'm like, no, Paul, go away. I love Led Zeppelin, by the way.
Something that's been coming up for me a lot lately is, and I guess it has, like, for the last couple of years, it's something I'm really trying to integrate, is other people's opinions of you are none of our business,
Thank you.
right? It's
Mm-hmm.
not, and we don't know, like, other people's opinions, that, like, the stuff we're insecure about other people thinking is what we think they think.
Correct.
We don't know what they think unless you're, like, talking to Doc and he just tells you. But even so, sometimes it's like he says it, but it's like that's not really what he means. It doesn't mean it in the tone you assign to it.
I did want to remember to say this, and I don't know if this is in the right place to say this, but I just want to make sure I remember to say this. It is very important that you read the comments, even the hateful ones, because sometimes there is a nugget of truth in there. Right? In this particular comment that I just got, whatever, man, even if I should speak more, what is the word, in the common Anglican vernacular, no. And the funny thing is, if I were to do a vocabulary test against the idiot that came up in my comments and had to say that, I'm pretty sure I would smoke them because I am a highly educated individual. But I was never going to let school take the street out of me. That's how I'm born and raised. I love it. I love being a kid from the street. Also, I could do that same video in like a couple languages. So he's so smart, but I could do it in a couple different languages. But there's another comment that came in, and what the person said wasn't necessarily nice. But I look at the comment, I go, you know what? I could have delivered the information in a timelier fashion. Right? So for instance, someone comes up and be like, oh my God, it was so much rambling. Why couldn't you just get to the point? That's a hateful comment. But that person is 100% correct. But I also know, not defense mechanism, this is just truth. There are days where, like Mary Lou today, her brain is on a 20-second delay. And you know what I can say? When I went to that person's channel, who, although their critique is correct, I instantly felt better about their critique because they had about 5 videos. So they're not an actual creator. So they don't know what an off day as a creator looks like. And Kevin mentioned in the chat, in the pre-show, people often forget behind these videos and these surnames. Like you're dope. You put Mary Lou Mandel, right? You're just you. And if you find another one like her on the internet, she's probably an imposter. I think that's how it goes. Me, I use a pseudonym. I was going to say a homonym, which is completely wrong. I use a pseudonym, a nom de plume, and there is a person underneath said nom de plume. If someone like Paul, who's how to repair, there is a Paul behind how to repair. So when someone says something crazy to Paul, thinking that they're talking to a brand, they're talking to a body. And I seen Paul in his biker pictures back in the day. He might take you out in the streets of Wales. But they don't know that. They just think that they're snapping at a brand. So you got to remember that sometimes, read it a couple times, and go back to a statement that I make to you guys 24/7. Viktor Frankl, Success and freedom lives in between the stimulus and the response. The stimulus is a hate comment. The freedom is read it again, parse it in a good way, parse it in a positive way. What valuable info can I take from this comment? And then the response, nothing at all. Snap back, post a video. Or sometimes Mary Lou and I both will put you on blast if the comment's real stupid. We will both make a post about this. Look what this dummy said in my comments. And then you just go ham. Sorry.
Make a whole
For the
podcast episode
non-standard
about it. I
English,
don't know, whatever.
Right? For the non-standard English people, ham means hard as a motherfucker. Sorry, I had to. See, that's what they call living in your head rent free. Yes, Viktor Frankl. I love that. I love that is a very vibrating thought to me. I read quotes all the time. I clip quotes all the time. But when Frankl said success lives between the stimulus and the response, I remember that so much because I can't tell you how many times you get busted in school for throwing the paper back at the person who threw the paper at you in class, and now you got detention because you threw it back.
One way I love to respond is like throwing it back, right? But with like some candy in it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's like responding. There was somebody posted something. I was on an Instagram video and I can't remember what her comment was, but I went to her channel and I was like, wow, your child is so beautiful and mixed like me. She's like, oh, that's very sweet.
Oh, that's super good. That's super good. Oh, that's good.
You know, like just stuff like that where because people they want to dehumanize the fact that like we're inside their phones, we're inside the screens, we're on the other side, so we're not real. But we are real. And as creators, we get that. But like people who are not creators, it does not make sense to them. Like I think like sometimes I think it truly does not compute. It's like they're yelling at the TV and the TV characters aren't going to yell back. But the humanizing of like, well, yeah, no, I can look at your page and I can say something and like, oh yeah, I see that you're a real person too. They're like, oh, wait, you see me? Like they turn into this. Oh, oh no.
Kilroy was here. Yeah.
Oh no.
100%. Okay, so let me ask you the question. Since you normally ask the questions, I'm gonna flip the table. What's the one thing that you remind yourself before you respond to a weird or uncomfortable comment?
Is it useful in the sense that it's amusing to me or amusing to everybody else or helpful to everybody else? But is it useful, right? Because not necessarily helpful, like is it constructive? Because sometimes useful for me is like making the video, putting the screenshot of somebody who tells me I talk too much and they didn't post anything. Like I think that's useful because it makes a point that for my other creators, you are going to get the comment that you talk too much. You are going to get the comment. It's like I feel like that's the guaranteed comment that someone's going to leave is you talk too much, right? So that is useful. And then is the criticism something like it hurts, but it's because it's true, okay? There's a response. Is it useful? Is this something I can use? I can improve with? Because sometimes it is just hateful and I just delete it. Like, honestly, sometimes it is just hateful. And I'm like, I don't want to see this. I don't want other people to see this. I don't want this floating around. And then the neutral ones, is it useful? Like, to just leave it because it counts as engagement. I have in my phone a shortcut, you can like do the text shortcuts. So I have the letters FU, types out the sentence, thank you for the engagement. I used to use it a lot. Now I just kind of leave it alone.
I like it.
But if somebody really sets me off, I type FU and thank you for the engagement.
Yeah.
And also, it catches me if I ever want to cuss somebody out, and it's like you can't.
You can't.
Right.
I'm gonna have to put that. Hey, I just thought of something. We oftentimes get, oh, you could have made that a shorter video. Okay. And I sometimes will get pissed about that. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to remake that video as the shorter video and let them both live. Because here's one thing. That person's not a creator. Okay. So, I have not sponsored, but brand new product just came on my desk. I need to make a video about, and this is the high-speed reader made by Orico. So I could come in and make a video that says, if you are a person that uses, CF Express cards and you're looking for a card reader that just works, get this one right here because it transfers video faster than anything else. Done. That could be the video. But of course, the video is not going to be that. The video is going to be number one, video not sponsored, but Orico did send me this. I have to. Why? Legally. The other thing is going to say, I love working with Orico Company because I did a review for them once and they keep sending me stuff because they're just a really good company. They're real good people behind it. And if you're the type of person who just wants to buy a reader, I'm sure there'll be 8 other readers that are exact copies of this. But if you want to buy it from the company where the people actually care and there's bodies in there and they're good folks, then pick the Orico brand because I know people here and they're good people. It's like our people at Osbot, right? Bunch of different people make cameras like theirs, but they not getting Stefan. And that's my G. Like that is my man. When we show up, he's like, Doc, Matty Lou, so good to see you.
This is a party time.
like,
we do a whole photo shoot, everything.
Genuine human beings, right? I'm a type of person, me, who likes to buy products from companies where the people are people. Why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. Anyway, sorry, music Tourette's. I like to buy from people. So I'm going to talk to you about products that come from companies where there's good people. If you just want to save $5 and buy something, you're not my potential viewer. Because if you're going to be that unconnected, that selfish, I don't want you in my community. I'm not trying to get you in my community. Right? So, number one, it doesn't help me as the creator to make a video that is 2 minutes long. And if all you want is your answer and bounce, never send a super chat, never send a dope comment, never send a thank you, never hit the subscribe button. You just take. I don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. I don't need you in my circle of influence. But if you're willing to put up with a stupid ass joke, horrible hip hop references, terrible puns. Now, I mean, Tom Buck look at them puns and be like, damn, son, you should stop. If that's you, welcome to the LGL family. So people need to understand that, bro. Like, if you want TLDR, there's an actual channel called TLDR. But some of us, there's people who are like, I needed that deeper explanation. I needed that human interaction. Paul just made a lengthy comment about that, like for my Da Vinci video. It was terrible. Yes, it was. But you could tell that there was a natural connection. I was being purely natural and, letting somebody who's uncomfortable with the software know that, that feeling that I was having in that first video, you're having that right now. Could I have come on and said, this is Da Vinci Resolve. Here are 12 buttons that you need to go and then shut up and be a 4-minute video? Absolutely. But it's 28 minutes of me looking stupid. And people resonated with it. Because when they open the app, they look stupid too. That's it. Like, understand. You're being selfish when you come in like, oh, I just want the answer, go. Somebody said we should have a video that's under 2 minutes that explains how to connect Ecamm to IG. Because the video I made and the video that Mary Lou made are too long. Then make your own, pimp. Now that you figured it out because you watched our video.
A lot of steps.
Then, thank you. That's what I said. You can't do it in 2 minutes. It's impossible.
Not for it to make sense.
No, you can't do it in 2 minutes in reality. It's impossible. But if you feel that way, gangster, then you make the video, player. But anybody who got something to say like that, they ain't making the video. So they need to eat a Richard. Let that marinate.
Yes. And on that note, do you have a pick of the week?
Oh, why, yes, I do.
Let's hear it.
All right, this is going to sound funny because this is a really strange. It's Hello, Ollie. Welcome to the podcast. Ollie walked in the door at the worst part. You know, you walk into half a conversation and you're like,
What just
hey
happened?
girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey. All right, so this is a really strange pick of the week, but I'm gonna explain it to you anyway. I had the Key Smart key controller, which I can't find. I think I tossed it somewhere because I do not like just that big, massive keys. I do not like being the janitor, jingle, 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 walking around all the keys for everything, right? So I went looking for another replacement for a key organizer, right? And I like flat key organizers. So I got the Orico, not the Orico, man, Orbit key. Sorry, Orico, you stay here on the desk. I got this new Orbit key organizer, and it's really swanky because it's only like yo big and yo big. And what I like about it is I do have my car key on there, right? If I didn't live in a building where I needed a fob, this thing would be basically this small. But because I have a fob, then I had to use this extra piece here. So I did get two. This is what it looks like normally. And so, like you in your building, you just put in all your keys, your mailbox key, your whole 9 yard, and it's this much space inside your pocket or your purse or whatever, right? This one is a nice material. It's kind of like suede, but they have a different name for it, and it will naturally patina over time. And this is the pebble leather one that doesn't get scratched up, and it's just really, really nice.
I love
But
that.
it's perfect. And all I have in here is literally my house key to the front door. I always must have a bottle opener slash screwdriver, but it has a little wee ruler on the front as well. So you need to measure something. And there's a tiny little nail file right there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's vibrating, not vibrating, grippy here. So and then my mailbox key and my front office door key. And all my doors are smart locks, but the building doors are not, right? So I need those. Because if it was for me, everything would be smart lock. I would not own a key. I can't stand it. I like to just walk down here and be like, "Hey, S lady, open the office," and she, I just walk in, right? Everybody that needs to get in here has a code. My brother has a code. He can get in. I will tell you his code because he's Korean. It's 8282, which is swearing. No, actually, it's hurry up. Pali pali. That's not the code. I'm joking. But yeah, it's a really cool thing. So I highly suggest you get it. And Kevin, I did almost buy the Vader version, but they were sold out. And when I kept getting the ads on IG, I kept forgetting to do it, and I missed the Vader version. It was completely sold out. But they do have a Vader version, and they have Yoda version. And so probably the next thing you see me talking about from Orbi Key is I'm going to replace my desk mat with that. But absolutely love this thing. If you're a person like me that just hate keys, they will fit up to like 14 keys. They have various models, but yeah, this is really, really good, and I love it. And it's been a game changer so far. That's all. That is all.
That's cool. I like it. I like it. Mine, I have to go grab it. It's like two steps away.
Oh, see, the whole time I was doing that, she could have went and grabbed this thing, and now she's like, "Oh, I forgot."
She's got a delay. She's got a delay. Okay, so we just went camping. What happened? What did I miss?
No, I'm laughing. I'm laughing at you. Keep going.
At me being delayed. Oh, she's
Yes.
so delayed. My pick of the week is the Camp Snap camera that we
Oh,
got we got because of Kleb got them for Creator Camp. They were just like floating around, and we went camping last week, and no signal, and I really went out of my way to like let me pick something. Let me take cameras that I don't usually play with, and this is so cool because it's got the vibe of a disposable camera, right? Or just like a handheld digital camera, but like it's pretty light, but there's no screen. And like the pictures are fun. I plugged it in because we have the one we have is like the first generation. There's a newer generation now, but you can go to their website and install the vintage LUT, so the pictures like automatically come out with
Vintagey.
that vibe.
She got
Yeah,
that
yeah. It's
vibe.
like
I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to sing that
it
song
is
anymore.
really neat. Like I had a lot of fun with it because there's no screen, and it does take a second. It's a little slow, right? So you kind of set up your shot a little bit. You take a little bit of time. It's fun. I really had a lot of fun with it, and it's lightweight. And the other camera I made myself use, like I left the Osmo Pocket 3 at home, and I made myself actually take out the Insta360 X4, which I had not been playing with, and made myself use that running around. And we got some really weird, fun, trippy stuff at the aquarium. Because like Will gets me.
That
He's like, "You think the
sentence
360 picture would be
alone
cool
is
here?"
just different. We got some weird, funny, trippy stuff at the aquarium. Um, I need the
Yes.
explanation.
I will show you. I haven't like messed with them yet, like just little previews of it, but yeah, like when you go out in the world, try to grab the camera you don't usually use. Right? That you bought it, you had a reason, and then leave at home the easy one,
Yeah,
the one you're used to. Leave it at home and make yourself use one of the other ones.
that's
It was
so
fun.
good.
I was like so happy.
That's
I did like a
good.
star lapse
I
with the
just
Insta360.
found
It was
out
good.
that Sony dropped out a brand new RX today, the RX3R, and I
Oh.
really loved that camera from way back in the day. And the new one just came out, and it's going to be like 5Gs. But I'm like, oh, I kind of want one. I kind of want one. And I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you the cam snap picture that I just took.
Yeah.
It's super cool. Like it is cool. I wish, it's something nice about having this, the way that it is. However, I really wish that they had an iPhone app that did a similar thing, but it's so hard to get. I guess I would say it's hard to get a digital camera to pull that off, but I guess not because it is a digital camera. It is a lot
It
of
is a
fun.
digital
It
camera.
is a lot of fun. I have been
You
tweaking
plug it
out.
in USB and then they're in your files.
Yeah,
Those photos
I
are in
know. I
your
just
files
sent
app.
it to you.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have
you
been
did.
tweaking
Okay.
out heavily on the Leica app for the same reason, because I don't want to buy an $8,000 Leica, but I really do like the look of Leica pictures, and it's really cool. It's about $7 a month or whatever, but it's actually made by Leica, so the film sims are real and they're just really good. They're really, really good.
That's I've done that with gosh, I forget which apps I use that like, really would come out with good stuff. But I wanted to just not have a screen.
Yep, that's the key.
So are the pictures like frameable? Are they like I don't know, like but whatever. Like I just
I'll
wanted to
try
point
and
the
print
camera at
one
some
out
stuff.
with my little Fujitsu printer and see what we get. Because I have the ones from camp still in my phone. I'm just looking at them now. I'm like, wow, I forgot I took these pictures.
Yeah, there's like some fun stuff. And then it's also fun because then it is like a little discovery. So I'll just like take it and I'll leave it out in the apartment too. Like people take pictures and I plug it in and I'm like, oh, that was fun. That's cute.
Yeah, it's
That's sweet.
such a good fun. Yeah, I'd say just go take pictures in general. Talking about
Yeah.
like artist date type situation. That's a good artist date.
Mhm.
Just grab your camera. Gretchen does it all the time. So just grab your camera, go out for a little
Yeah.
walk. Walk around the neighborhoody, and just kind of like enjoy. Enjoy yourself and give your brain a chance to like rebrain. Rebrain.
All right, let's give the people some practical tips, actionable tips on how to deal with the comments that hit you a little weird.
When the la gets to hit you. Sorry, I'm about to start singing Biggie. um, that's not my non-standard English. What is a good practical tips? I would say the important one is maybe, and yes, this does require a little bit of extra work, people, but I think it's like, read it again, try moving the commas around in different places. One thing that can be both good and bad, but I'll often see like Rich did. Rich went and checked the person's profile, and you can kind of see from the stuff that they watch if that's just the world that they live in. if you go and they are on all the conspiracy theory places, or their favorite band is something not necessarily good, maybe you can just tell. Maybe you can peep their IG and peep their Instagram. I mean, their YouTube, and just tell they're just looking for drama, right? Then you just let it roll off your back like water off of a frog. Move the comments around. Maybe they're English, second language, and they didn't come out what they mean. Or just ignore it. Really. Like, there's gold in the comments. And so many people focus so heavily on the negative ones that you don't pay attention to the positive ones. So I could look at a video with 50 comments. Why would you let the negative one ring when you got 49? Oh my God, that's dope. And I have a prime example on my channel. I have a video that's sitting close to 700,000 views, and I get so many. I mean, so many. Oh my God, thank you. That's exactly what I needed. Oh my God, thank you. That's exactly what I needed. I didn't understand a word of this. I can't get this to work. Blah, blah, blah. You didn't explain it very clear. This was a total waste of time. And what I used to say is, I'm sorry that you didn't get this, but it's kind of funny how 600,000 other people got it. But let me know. But I'm like, now you're just being a bitch. Like, don't even say that. Just ignore it, or be like, hey, your hair looks nice though. Say something like that. Because you can't see their hair. Or they're like me, they bald and they ain't got no hair. Just come back and say something nice. Be like, praise Jesus. I don't know. Just say something other than whatever. But I used to defend myself. I used to be like, yeah, it's kind of odd how 400,000 other people got this. Not sure what I did, And normally that comment is sandwiched between, this is exactly what I needed. This is exactly what I needed. This is exactly what I needed, right?
It seems like everybody else got it.
Yeah, so that's look like a you problem, pimp. But it doesn't do you any good to throw that back out there, because you're creating the problem that makes them feel like they need to go make hate comments anyway. So I think the best thing to do is definitely not respond with a defense mechanism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's very good. That's very good. To like let it sit is what I say to do. It's like, let's read it later. Because remember, you don't have to
I
respond
did something
to it.
petty before, and I should mention that I did something petty
Yes.
before.
Let's hear the petty.
I had somebody who I know is a pastor comment negatively on one of my videos in sort of the work environment, and they were just kind of really, really salty about it. And so I hit him back with a quote from Matthew 29, which, although I am a heathen, I understand. I went to B school, so I know some things. And I hit him back with the, like, when you say something negative or disparaging to somebody else, like, it's really you that you're after, and it's like a whole passage about letting hateful things come out of your mouth. And it was funny. It was funny because people like Pastor Keith and all the other pastors who know, like Kurt, who know that I'm a heathen, came back and was like, damn, son, you just got schooled by a card carrying atheist. So that was petty, but I put that son into his place though. Because, not like you said, the people who come at you the hardest be Christians. So I
They're
will hook you up with the
always.
passage. So just in case you feel like it, you want somebody comes for you and they're like Bible thumping, you hit them with a Matthew 29:14, and then they're gonna be like,
Oh.
and it's like,
Oh.
yeah, take that.
Yeah, I tried to take a step back, and I realize now, after like just years of getting this, because when you go on the internet, like, you are opening yourself up for people to say stuff to you. It's gonna happen. Like, this, if you can't take that, this ain't the life for you. It's not. It's this, like, that fear of being perceived is like, you will be perceived. So you need to be willing to take that both positive and negative. But not that you need to like let people, step on you, but just you have to be aware that these things are going to happen. And when a comment hits me weird, I try to think, is this, again, just reinforcing an insecurity that I have? And that's why I'm reading it this way. Because I do not know what they meant. It could be language barrier, happens a lot. Just not knowing how to say the sentence correctly. Just like give a second of like something else going on there. Maybe they really had to poop. Like they had something going on. But when something hits me weird, it's usually because it flares up something, that I'm trying to reinforce, right? An insecurity I'm trying to reinforce.
There you go. That's so. It is so true. I love the.
All right.
I love the idea of just understanding that they're having a bad day, dude. They just came at you sort of the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's that cup full of bitch thing,
Exactly. That's why we need to circle it back to the cup full of bitch.
Yes.
Anyway, it's Proverbs 12:18, by the way, is what I meant to say. But yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
All right, some rapid fire questions.
Yes.
What's a comment trope that makes you instantly roll your eyes?
A comment trope that makes me instantly roll my eyes.
We're like, really?
That's a good one. Like, there's so many out there.
Yeah.
I just hate
the one that pops up for me first.
Go ahead. You go
ahead.
first. No, because I got to think about
The
it.
one that pops up for me first is but my app doesn't look like that. And I was like, well, yeah, you watched a video from 2015, or the apps don't look like that for everybody. I don't know. Did you update? Like that. But mine doesn't do that. Well, sometimes it's like, well, yes, it does. You did it wrong.
Yeah. I get that. That's because we teach sort of like teaching everything. I think the one for me, and sorry, Gretchen, don't get mad. The people that tell me that, oh, you went too fast, or you went too slow, or this video is too long, or this video was too short, because I get them both on the same video, right? I get some people say you went too fast. I get the other people that say you went too long, and I get the people that definitely say this video was, too long, and the people say it's too short. And it's like, well, okay, the first thing about speed, turns out there's a button on YouTube where you can adjust the speed. The second one, and Kevin just put it in the chat, and this is just advice. You could do with it what you want. Watch the video all the way through. Don't try to do it at the same time. Watch it again with the pause button handy and go through it step by step. It will work 99.9% of the time. If you're trying to follow along, especially learning something you know nothing about, you will get lost regardless. Even if you got the manual in your hand, there's no video. When it was freaking paper, if you try to follow along step by step and you hadn't read it all the way through, you will definitely get jacked up. Period, point blank, end the story. So that's a you problem, bro. It's not really a me problem. And understand that if I move too fast, there is definitely another person that's making the exact same video who talks like this. Today, we're going to show you how to reboot your computer. Step one.
They're there.
Reach into the back of the computer and hold down the power button for 5 seconds. Let's count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be like, damn it! How do you reboot the button? Break up! Get it in the morning, little makeup! Sorry. It's so sorry. Sorry. Dude, there's 1,000 people teaching the same thing. If I move too fast, move too low, too long, too short, go find another person that does it differently. I don't necessarily need you. I love you. I invite you. I count you to come. But if my hip hop twang bothers you, then go find some Yakubian to teach you. Why would you even look at a black creator if you don't like substandard English? You bitch. Sorry, is that one still in my head?
Rent free.
Okay.
Still living in there.
Dude, I gotta
Wow, we
send this.
didn't even
I gotta send
exercise it with
dog an
all this talk.
invoice. I, got, I gotta send. My brother said non-standard English though. I gotta send. I gotta send boy an invoice. I'm like, son, here is your rent invoice because you've been in my head rent free today. Yeah, just understand like the thought that you're having is correct for you, but understand it's not like that for somebody else. Imagine June and so I started telling people, do not ask me if this is spicy. Because when you get it and you can't hang, you just asked a Puerto Rican kid raised by Koreans if some shit is spicy. Some people be like, ketchup is spicy. I ain't that dude, okay? I'm just telling you, I used to watch my mom and my auntie eat this crab that would make most of you cry. Like the spice that they had on that thing. Yo, I couldn't eat it. June could barely eat it. My dad couldn't eat it, but mom's was in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm just saying. Like, trust me. So don't ask. It's like asking somebody else if something else is spicy. Like, it's a dumb question from the gate.
Do you have a comment that stands out that you secretly loved, but even though it wasn't nice, that you're like, yes, thank you for saying that?
Oh, all the time, and it's very very similar to the okay, you ramble too much because yeah, I do know that, and I try to get better with it, but it just happens, especially if I go into a story. But so here's the funny: you ramble too much. Oh, inject storytelling into your videos. That way, you build a stronger community.
Yeah, the people who say like, I always find the people who are like, you talk too much are not trying to engage. They're just trying to take something to run. And then if that's what you were here for, that's the cost of admission.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not a
Like
take something
you didn't
to
have
run
to stay
person.
here.
Yeah, like no, we're building community out
They
here.
just let's like talk to you. Like I want to get to know you, but they just want to take the money and run. Take the money and run. What's a comment that, or maybe there isn't one that you like automatically are gonna delete?
Anything just like borderline racist. I mean, I should say blatantly racist because the dude's comment today was borderline racist,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna leave it. But if it's like blatantly
Yeah.
racist, oh, it's out of there. It's just gone.
Yeah. There's one of my top videos is how to put your pronouns in your Instagram profile. And usually it's people who are like, this is what I needed to find, whatever. But then there's a lot of comments that come up of just criticizing the pronoun, the need to pronoun, like the desire to choose your pronoun, right? They're just like upset about it. Then it's like, just what? Just, you don't have to put it on there. That's okay. You don't have to put your pronoun on there, but they will be so irate that the video exists, that the concept exists.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I usually delete. That it's like,
you tell them that their pronouns are who, me, because they think the whole world is about them. 8.7 billion people in the world and climbing after I get finished with your moms, and you think this is about you? That's what you say to them. Tell them that their pronouns are who, me. There's 8.7 billion people on this planet, and you're going to increase that when you have lunch with their mom today. and tell them it's not about them. And would you rather have a little brother or a little sister? That's just how I would do it.
And if I had like, if it's something that just hurts my feelings, but it's still useful, like I'll leave it. But if it's something that if my people that I care about caught this in the comments and it would hurt them,
I love this.
Get the F out of here.
Love it.
Get the F out of here, because I will protect y'all way, way more than I need to protect myself. Because like I can take some stuff, but I will protect you the best I can, because not on my page, not today,
Not today, Carol.
Satan.
Satan. Hey, Kevin just had a very good point too. And if it's my video, Kevin, I have done this before. I would remember to start doing this in the past. When somebody says something and it's like they don't like this particular video for like some way I delivered it or whatever, I will go get them a link to another video and send them. So in the comment I got
Hear
last
this one.
week about my thumbnail and they didn't get any info that they thought they were supposed to get, I gave them a link to a video that started all the way back at the beginning because it exists, right? So yeah, I will do that. I will go give them a link. And Paul is correct. In most cases, if you just leave it, your people will come for that person. Your people will put them in their spot. So you don't always have to.
Yeah. It was fun too.
That's so funny.
And then sometimes it's just the joy and like I'm like, I had time today.
Thank
like
you.
there's like you caught me on a bad day, and then there's like you caught me on a bad day. It was a bad day to catch me.
Hey, you caught me on Wolverine. I had my claws out. I was let's go. We about to get X-Men
It's like the
up
good
in
bad
here.
and the bad. I was like, oh, yes. Because okay, so if you go comedy rules, right?
Yes.
A bad comment, a heckle is a gift.
Oh, 100%.
How can we use that?
It is a gift.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
can we
especially
use that?
because we discovered like how you can like make a whole video now. It's so much easier to clip that comment. Before I used to clip it and screenshot it, but when you make a video with the video way, I wonder if the person who left the comment gets tagged because you're pulling their
Well,
thing.
it can get tapped. Yeah.
So that way, if you
And they can tap on it.
if you put it and you put it in there, and then yeah, you could actually tag them because you know what the handle is. Let's just go in. Be like, oh, you wanted to throw that smoke? Here comes the Smith Oak. Let's go. Let's go.
Or is there a comment, one comment that you wish people would stop leaving forever? Like it could be illogical too. It's just something that gets you. Like I have a
When
very
I was
specific one.
young, I used to be so illogical. I think for me, and this is a personal thing around the space that I'm in, is like bitching and complaining about what companies should do or what companies shouldn't do. And I'm like, yo, the arrogance, like the entitlement and the arrogance, and that's not the right word that I'm looking for. But it's just the idea that, like this is just for you. Okay, so like I just mentioned, Sony just dropped a brand new camera, the RXR3. It's a $5,000 camera. Let's just get this straight. It's a $5,000 point and shoot that is Sony's equivalent to like a Leica. And of course, there will be some content creator folks out here talking math like, a 61 megapixel pocketable camera is not for you to make YouTube videos. It's for someone who is a traveler photographer, like, someone who just loves photos, someone who would, you know what I mean? Like you buy a 7 series because you like driving. Or you just got the kind of cake that you could buy a 7 series. This is a $150,000 whip. You don't buy a 7 series because you want, how do I get to the grocery store? This is not the point. And the people that can't see that, and what it is they're showing off that they are just broke or butt hurt that they can't afford it. So their answer to it is to make heinous statements about the manufacturers. And I'm not here to defend them because these manufacturers do ignorant stuff. But you're just sharing a level of victimhood that I don't like. I don't like anything that just gives off victimhood. And I shouldn't, but I take it highly personal when people act like victims. Because I want the best for people. Like, don't be a victim around me. I will peel that scab. When people act the victim around me, I will peel that scab. I will come for them. It gets me in trouble all the time, but I can't help it. Your boy can't help it.
The one that gets me, which is just totally like a personal, like it just gets me personally, is when the comment is just Android, PC, free.
Yeah.
Those three.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I understand why you're saying this because like you're requesting information. But like if I'm watching a video and I realize like, oh, this doesn't apply to me because I don't have this device or it's not the right program or this or that, then I'm like, oh, cool. Let me go back to the search engine and maybe type it in differently because maybe I found the wrong thing. But I do I give them this, that I do not at the beginning of every video say, this is a Mac only channel. It just happens to be a Mac focused channel because that's what I have. So usually I respond with like, yeah, as soon as you send me an Android,
I love those
then I can
comments.
do the test.
Oh, Ruth Chris, this is a steak restaurant. I'm vegan. Well, then why you even watch the video?
Why are you?
Like,
Why'd
why
you
you
come here?
here? Like, why are you here? When people say that
Yeah.
about Ecamm, oh, how come you guys don't make a PC version? I'm like, man, go away.
Because it's not a PC program. It's okay.
Yeah, go away. Like that one. That one.
Yeah,
kills
but
me.
that's like personal. Like they're not really doing anything mean other than like they're just requesting the information that they need in hopes that I can provide it, right? And it's just like that. What gets me is that I'm like, but I actually cannot because I do not have a PC. I do not have an Android to test these things. And if something is a paid feature, it's a paid feature. I can't free it for you.
Well, I also trip out when people come at me or get mad because I said something was super cheap, and then they're like, "Well, that's not cheap in Brazil." Um,
Oh,
okay, y'all got better ass than we do though. Like what? I don't. I don't live in Brazil.
still
Fam,
win.
it's not my. It's not my reference. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. I like Brazil. I watch football. Round. I love Brazil, but it's not my fault that something costs more where you live. Like, if you want to solve that problem, then you become a manufacturer for that problem in your home country. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a victim, fam. Also, I wouldn't suggest coming here, but if you feel that way, you can come here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't afford, you can afford anything you want, really. There's ways to get paper if that's what it's about. Like, you just don't want to solve the problem. You want to be a victim because of your station. And I'm like, nah, many, many years ago, people came. I wouldn't suggest coming here right now, by the way. Wait 4 years and come. But I mean, if you really wanted to solve that problem, you can get a ticket. I'm just saying. Why you blaming me though? I didn't make the price. You know what I mean? I just gave you the info. I watched.
Yeah.
I watched a video today about a $5,000 camera. And I kind of want one. But I'm never going to be like, this is too expensive. Like, nothing is too expensive.
The price is the price.
The
man.
price is the price. Like, people, if no, they don't sell one, the price was too expensive. But if it's sold out, today is pre-order day. If it's sold out today on pre-order, then the market exists and it was priced exactly right. Just because you can't afford it doesn't mean it's too expensive. Just because you don't want to afford it doesn't mean it's too expensive. Don't yuck somebody else's yum. And I know I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of it, but it's just a good habit. It's a good habit not to try to yuck somebody else's yum. Like talking about my music just because you don't like it, Paul. You don't even know my music. I listen to all genres. You know what I was listening to this morning? I was listening to classical music. Because I do. It just depends on my mood. I listen to pretty much everything, including country.
Yeah. There's like also when we talk about products that they were like, oh, I want the budget version of the super fancy thing that you have. And then when it doesn't act the same way, they're surprised.
Right. That's super funny.
Which I was like, if you want the budget version, that's okay. Just know it's going to be the budget version. It's going to have less things in it.
Yeah. I think
right?
people be
right?
just blown about mine when they do that. Like, well, how come mine doesn't have? This is camera people. Luis is not here right now to laugh at us, right? I want 4K 60 or 4K 240. I want open gate. I want it to be under $2,000. I want interchangeable lenses, no overheating, oversampled at 8K. I want USB, full size HDMI, but not too big, but not too small, with a W battery, no heat at all. I'm like, bro, the camera don't exist, dog. Like, no manufacturer makes that. And the closest thing to it is a red, and it costs. So which one you want?
Yeah.
right? So somebody said that to me recently, and my comment to them was, "You got to pay the cost to be the boss." They said that something I said was expensive, and my answer was, "You got to pay the cost to be the boss." That's it. Like if you can't get down with that. Oh, I got one the other day too, which is super funny. Why do I have to pay $480 for an annual subscription to Artlist? Because that's the price. Why you ask me? I don't work at Artlist. I paid the same thing, dog. What you telling me why you gotta pay? I paid it happily with a smile upon my face. Actually, I paid more
Yeah,
than that
it's like
because I got it before they changed the price.
with the like you're doing your DaVinci challenge, and then with the new changes in CapCut, I was like, okay, I do want to take a look at this. So there's like specific features that I'm looking for uh to see if it's available in the free version. And there's some things that are important to my workflow that are
Everything
not
that you
available
want
in
is
the
in the
free.
free version except for the auto chop is not there, but you can get
That's the one
transcripts.
thing.
You can get transcripts.
Hmm.
And for the level of work you do, for the client work that you do, I will tell you point blank, 300 bones for the real Da Vinci, and never leave the cut page, and Mary Lou would be happy as clam. I am going to get Gretchen to throw iMovie in the trash before the end of this 30 days. Because everything that she needs to do in iMovie, she can do in Da Vinci in the cut page faster, easier, and better than it can be done in iMovie.
Yeah. The point I was going to make is I'm not commenting angry things on DaVinci's page and every DaVinci creators of, well, it doesn't have this. I was like, yeah, I found that information. I don't need to reiterate that to you in the comments.
Yeah.
Like I found that. That's okay. Or if I had a question, I could ask it, but I'm not yelling, well, it's not available. Why isn't it? Make it available for free. It's just interesting. I was like, I found my information. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool.
And actually,
yeah. And
I
it's like
take
the
back,
price isn't bad.
I
Like,
take back what I said.
Mhm.
And I tell you why I take back what I said. You are Premiere Girl. All the
Mhm.
things that I would tell you how to do in DaVinci for the free program, you can do a Premiere. You're already paying for Premiere. Why do you need to go to a free version? You're not going to cancel Creative Cloud because you use other things in the suite. So you
Mhm.
already have the tool that you use. It just sucks that Premiere doesn't have a good iPad app and it doesn't have a phone app. So you're relegated to being at your computer. But as a Premiere user, and considering there's more of y'all than anything else, Premiere users are the white people of editors. Just you guys all make a posse and be like, Premiere, iPad, hurry up. Premiere, iPad, hurry up. Premiere, iPhone, hurry up. Premiere, iPhone, hurry up. And you'll get what you want, in theory. Right? So there you go. I would tell you to come over here to the fun side, but it's not that important. You already know how to use Premiere, and you can fly.
Yeah.
And so if anything, it might slow you down during the time that you're relearning it. As your friend, learn both. I know how to use all three.
Yeah.
If I had to give it a score right now, Final Cut, I got 100%. DaVinci, I'm about 75%. Premiere, I'm at about 45%. But I can use all of them. In appearance, if somebody says, sit down here, edit this video in Premiere, I can get it done.
Yeah. And then like looking at the DaVinci stuff, I was like, yeah, I could, like, I got enough information that I was like, yeah, I could make this happen if I needed to. So and really it was my curiosity because of CapCut,
Yep.
because like I've been teaching CapCut for years, and I want to give an alternative. I want to, right? So I'm willing to explore, and I take a peek, and I'm like, this maybe, but is there a phone app, or is it just the iPad?
iPad. The interface is
So
way too
there's not
crowded
like
for
a
phone.
phone one. Yeah, it seems like it seems very advanced for that, but
Yeah.
that's, I'm not commenting angry stuff saying, well, like, but no. Like if I went on to Doc's videos, just like, but I use Premiere.
And I'll be like, cool story, bro.
Okay. But people do that. It's so
Yes,
interesting.
they do. I'm like,
It's so
why?
I was just like,
Why do
good,
you
good
feel
job,
the
baby.
need? Oh my God, it's so stupid. And
Good
I should be
job,
like, tell me
baby.
more about that. Do you have 50 videos on your channel about this? Oh, you do not. Maybe you should shut up. Maybe that's what I should just start commenting.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm gonna just start
Mm.
posting pictures of like me. Maybe I should just post pictures of me in my kickboxing days or me in my army uniform and be like, "Here's my address. Come and say that in my 24 inches of space." How about that?
Come on over. Come on over.
Here, I will.
Well, this
I
has
will.
been a
I will make you
good
a coffee
conversation. We'll make sure you're energetic and ready. You can
Yeah.
even stretch. We'll stretch together. We'll even do that. Yeah. So, like, if you guys are becoming content creators, as if you are listening to this podcast or watching this live stream, then that's likely what you're trying to do, because that's the whole point of our show, is to get you unstuck from being a creator. Just know, like, the comments are gonna come. The comments, good and bad, are gonna come. If you can get in the mindset of giving the positive comments more energy than the negative ones, you're in a good place, because it is very easy to be like, only see the bad ones. You're like, the good ones. I feel like what I see people do is the good ones happen and they're like, well, yeah, obviously they left a good comment. But when a bad one comes, it ruins their day. And you can prepare better for that. Okay. All right. So
Yes.
you can be okay. You can be okay.
It's gone. Everything going to be all right. Well, I am Doc Rock. You can find me all over the internets at DOCROCK.
I'm Mary Lou Mandel. You can find me all over the internet as Mary Lou Mandel.
You have been unstuck with creators Unstuck, Doc Rock, and Mary Lou Mandel.
You know what we say around here? See you. Yes, Gretchen is correct. If you're getting comments, it means you're posting videos. Win. 100%.
Correct.
Aloha, everyone.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all. Let me end this.
Yeah, thank you
recording.
guys.
That was good. That was
Wow, I was like glitching hard. I was like, how do we land this plane? Where am I?
Yo. Are you having a vitamin deficiency? Like, what's going on? Just the.
Oh, I think I just maybe caught like a little something.
Oh yeah, that'll give you brain fog.
Yeah,
you know what else causes brain fog?
Of a what?
Age.
Yeah, there's that too. But a little sore throat, a little maybe feverish. So I think I'm gonna go lay down.
There you go.
Go
Get a little bit of rest.
drink some water and lay down. Yes.
I need a nap. I'm still on the wrong time zone.
The 2-minute Instagram live tutorial. That's why I was like live on Instagram yesterday. I was like, let me just touch these buttons again. And I was like, it's not that complex, but it is, and there's a lot of steps. So it's just gonna be so like, press this, press this, press this, press this. Good luck.
See, and thank you. That's the part that kills me. It's like, bro, like, go away, bro. Go a fucking way. It was irritating. I got hot when that comment came up. I got like super hot, and I was like, listen, you go make the video then, because it can't be done. I know it can't be done.
Yeah, and isn't like a customer support video is different than a YouTube video, because the YouTube might hit somebody who's never touched the program.
Correct.
So it's like, it's kind of different. Is it a different piece?
100%. Well, and it's like,
Yeah.
people get mad. Okay, so comment video, right? So you're making your video, and you need some music in order to give it that bump in that circumstance, so that people want to watch it and it's engaging, and you're following all the rules of YouTube about make them engaging. And so in the middle you go, and that's why today's sponsor is Artlist. So if you want to get good source of blah 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 blah, you're going to tell me that you dismissed the tutorial who told you like how adding music in certain places adds the engagement and helps you get more views, and the reason why these videos stick because it is also an Artlist advertisement. Now, the information states you could play your own music, you could hire a singer-songwriter, you could use Epidemic Sound, you could even go get free music from YouTube or Instagram or whomever. All of the points are salient. It just so happened the best way to market Artlist is to show the possibilities. So didn't turn be like, oh, well, this was a marketing video because you showed me how to get on Instagram using Ecamm, but then you also tried to sell me Ecamm. No shit, mother. I'm out. I'm done. I need to go eat. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thank you, Lou. It's good to be back on the horse again. All right, gang.
Let's go.
Y'all be good. Aloha no kako. Peace out.